Do I need to, is it on? Oh, yes, it's on now. Okay, great. I'm like, do I need to enact my high school drama diaphragm speaking voice or am I mic'd? But I'm mic'd, good, okay. Right? I sang, I danced.
Vocal warm-ups.
Yes. Me.
I'm teaching my students in my sometimes, you know, but it's still helping you better.
Okay, that works. I just told them we were gonna give it a couple more minutes, so, yeah. Yeah, that's totally fine. Couple minutes. Give time to talk.
Yeah.
I keep getting your toe, they're gonna know. You scared me last time, but I might.
You're like a really good waiter. Thank you. I was sure.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. This is the 2024 Small Business Resource Fair, State of Nevada. I'm Chris Weiss. I'm with the Department of Business and Industry, and this is our third year here. And each year we try to have a learning session that provides some information to small business owners and people looking into starting a small business that we think that information would be helpful. And once again, we've invited back GoDaddy, which is a leader in small business resources online and other help to help you get started. And with us today is Amy Jeanette, who's a Senior Director of Marketing. And she will provide an overview on marketing your business and give you insight into a new tool that GoDaddy has that uses artificial intelligence and called GoDaddy Airo. And I will let her talk to you about that. We are broadcasting via live stream and to people in rural Nevada. So we anticipate we have guests from Tonopah who might be watching, Fernley, Laughlin, and several other locations. So while we can't see you, we welcome you to this live stream. And I will now turn it over to Amy Jeanette from GoDaddy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone online. Yeah, all right. So I'm really super excited and very glad that I could join you today to help really build your online presence and, find more customers. And that really starts with building your brand and building your brand online. So, like introduction, so I'm Amy Jeanette. I am a Senior Director of Marketing at GoDaddy. And yeah, I'm really excited to share with you a few insights on marketing and then share our new tool with you today. So I could spend hours talking about building and marketing your brand. That's what I do for a living. My whole career has been in advertising and marketing, and I love it. I love the challenge of, how do you establish your brand? How do you build your brand? And how do you find more customers so that you can be successful in your business? So, I could spend hours talking about it. We've got an hour today. I want to leave some time for some questions and some audience participation. So today's agenda, I'm really going to just start by walking through a few slides. This is really mostly to kind of ground us in the things that you should be thinking about, knowing before you get started. And then I'll demonstrate GoDaddy Airo, which is our brand new generative AI tool. And so having done a little bit of pre-work on thinking about some of the things I'm going to share, it will make that experience go so much faster. So yeah, let's get going. All right. You have this amazing skill, this thing that you absolutely love to do, this thing that you want to bring to life. Where do you start? The first place I recommend is starting with your brand. So your brand is more than colors and a logo. Your brand is really what others say about you when you are not in the room. Yes, Jeff Bezos said that. He's the founder of Amazon, and he knew that strong brand recognition, trust, setting and managing expectations, and differentiating yourself from your competition were all pillars of a successful brand. So really what I'd like to impart here is that you need to be clear about your purpose, about your values, and about the promise that you want to make to your customers. So what is a brand? Well, it's really everything that your company stands for. It's the relationship that you have with your customers. Maybe it's warm, or maybe it's transactional. Both of those are great as long as they're authentic to you. It's also the perception that folks have about your brand. So are you considered a luxury brand? Or maybe you're considered a value brand? Also very good. Maybe you're known for customer service, like guaranteeing your work and responding to requests or challenges within a 24-hour time period. All of these things have an impact on your brand and how your audience sees and perceives you. It's very smart to get clear on these things early on in the process so that when you're faced with decisions you have to make or challenges or opportunities that arise, you know where you stand and you can answer those things really quickly. So what about colors, right? Like, I have to have colors, right? I have to have logo. Absolutely. That's what we call your brand identity. These are the things that will differentiate you from your competition. So think colors, logos, fonts, image style. All of these tasks used to be really super difficult to create. Like designing a logo is the #1 searched thing right now for small businesses. But now with the power of AI tools, you can really get your logo developed in minutes, especially if you have in mind things like I'm a luxury brand, my favorite color is orange, and I like more classic style fonts, right? A couple of prompts, you type those things into the system and a logo is generated for you within seconds sometimes. Let's talk about those prompts though, right? When using the AI tools, you really want to be able to have an idea and to have those things solidified in your mind. You can test and explore all that you want, but it's helpful for the tool in order to generate the results that you want it to generate, to instruct it with those prompts in mind. So think to yourself, is my business daring? Is it comedic? Maybe it's really serious. All of those things are really good. And all of those things will show up very differently in terms of the font, the imagery, and the tone that AI will deliver for you. One thing to keep in mind, it should be authentic to you. Otherwise it becomes a really daunting task on how to manage, and sometimes you'll be that can create inconsistencies, and then people will kind of see right through that. So make sure you're consistent. And then, that consistency in all of the things that you do will ultimately help you build that brand recognition over time, which is what you want to do. I just realized I'm really short, so I'm trying to step over the thing so that y'all can so I can engage a little bit more. So apologies for, vertically challenged. So you've decided on a few things from your brand. You've defined a few things from your brand identity. What is next? How will you find your audience? That's the big question. I have this thing I want to do. Where do I find my audience? So where do you usually go when you're looking for a service provider or a business? I typically go to Google and do an online search, right? So if online searching is one of the first places that people are going when they're looking for a brand, a business or a service provider, if that's one of the things they go to first, what do you need in order to get found online? You need to have an online presence. And we recommend that you start with a website. So let's get into building a website. The first thing that I hear from my entrepreneur friends is, oh my gosh, this is so difficult. I am not a technologically advanced person. I cannot do this. Well, let me tell you, I am here to show you that you do not have to be a brainiac in tech, right? I am not. I am absolutely not. I'm a marketer. I'm not a developer or a designer or anything like that. With GoDaddy Airo, our new tool that I will get into in just a few minutes, we can literally help you build and publish your website in minutes. It takes minutes, especially if you've done a little bit of that homework on deciding who your brand is, deciding what your values are, and designing some of those things like colors and style and tone and all that stuff, right? So a few things that can help speed up the process is really to consider, what do strong websites have in common? Strong websites, they introduce you and your company to your audience. So who are you? Why did you start your business in the first place? What makes you unique? And why should I want to do business with you versus the other guys out there? All of this is really, really important for you to build a strong website. Strong website helps you, build consideration in the market, helps you connect with your audience. And really, what we hear from our customers all the time is, wow, now that I have this website, I feel legit, right? Like I'm aging myself with the use of that word, but I don't care. Okay. So some things that you want to make sure that you take into account when you're building your site, showcasing front and center to your customer who you are and what are you doing. Remember why people are coming to your site in the first place. They want to see what you're selling. Show them your product, show it in multiple different views, show it in use, and then have a detailed description of why it is awesome, right? This is another place that an AI tool can help you because a lot of AI tools can either take a picture of your product or with a few simple prompts about what your product is, they will generate that product description for you so that you don't have to start from the blank page and be like, all right, how am I going to describe? All right, I got purple shoes, they're leather, they're really comfortable. And, like, how do I build something that's catchy and that's going to like connect with my audience? Type that into the prompt box and it'll type it for you. So that's really cool. The other thing that I want to recommend is if you can try for some professional imagery. It really enhances the experience and the perception of what you're selling on your site. I know money is really tight when you're just starting a new business. Heck, it's super tight right now for all of us. I mean, it's a real thing. But if it were me and I were starting a business, I would spend the money on professional photography and then use one of the templates or use one of the AI tools to build out your website. Because the combination of those two things, boy, it'll be nonstop, right? It'll really look slick. And that's ultimately what you want your business to do. So, professional imagery along with a, pre-built template or an AI generated website, that's a winning combination for you. Okay. Don't forget your customers, especially your repeat customers. They are your biggest fans. They come back to you for a reason. So put them to work to help you tell your story. Ask your customers to leave a review. Maybe you can even offer a discount in exchange for them leaving a review. Customer reviews and even third-party endorsements like the Better Business Bureau or like I came from Seattle, and in Seattle we've got like the top 10 list of all of the service business, right? Like put that on your website. That adds credibility. Customer telling me why I should want to engage with the business versus me telling you why you want to engage with our business. Like, wow, it really goes a long way. One thing to remember though, is when you're using reviews and you're engaging in review type platforms, you want to make sure that you have a plan for how you're going to respond. Are you going to respond to every single review? If somebody raises a challenge, are you going to respond with the solution in that review response? Or are you going to ask them to reach out to you offline? Decide how you're going to do this beforehand so that you can have a process in place and you know how you're going to do that over and over and over again. But whatever you decide, it is important for it to be authentic to you, authentic to your brand and your company, and make sure that it's done in a really timely manner. If somebody goes online to complain about your business, believe you me, they are telling literally everyone in their circle that they had a bad experience. And you want to nip that in the bud, right? Handle it, get it done. And then maybe you can convert somebody that had a bad experience to somebody that had a good experience, and then they're singing your praises forever. All right. So we've talked about building your brand. We've talked about some things that you want to keep in mind when you're building your brand identity, your online presence. So you've got all that. How on earth do I find customers? So I'm going to highlight a few basics in this section, and then we're going to get into GoDaddy Airo, and that has a tool that'll help you schedule and build your marketing. But one thing I really want to emphasize here, I can't emphasize this enough. Remember, perfection is the enemy of progress. Or said a different way, perfection is the lowest standard. What do I mean by that? That's an odd phrase to say. Aren't we striving for perfection? No, when you strive for perfection, you end. That's where you stop. If you strive to beat perfection and you're constantly raising your bar, your business will grow and then it'll grow again. So remember, perfection is the enemy of progress. The other thing that I would like to impart here is test, learn, and adapt. Test, learn, and adapt. You can and should test and learn over and over and over until you get it right. And then you adapt, and then you test and learn again. The learning part is really never over when you're a business owner, right? The way that you will do business will change. You might get more efficient. The customer and their needs, they're going to change. Market conditions are going to change. All of these things will require you to test, learn, and adapt. So, all right, a great place for you to get started on finding these customers in, who your business is for, is to understand everything you possibly can about them. Learn where they're located. Is there a neighborhood that you prefer to do business in? Learn what they value. What do they need? Who do they listen to? And how do they prefer to buy? Do they want to pay cash? Do they want to pay through a pay link? Do they want to use a credit card with a point of sale device? Make it easy for them to transact with you. Provide them options, but make sure that you're, making it easy so that they can transact with them. You will learn all of this through the test and learn process. The thing that I want to impart here is don't try to be everything to everyone, or else you will be nothing to no one. That is a really hard thing for even big companies. Like I worked for one of the big automotive brands and they really wanted to be everything to everybody. And it was like, okay, well, your message is watered down and it's not going to be successful. So make sure that you know who your audience is and you're designing communications to meet that audience. A really simple phrase to remember is the right message at the right time to the right audience. We say that constantly to ourselves inside GoDaddy, right? Is this the right message? Are we delivering it to the right time? And do we have the right audience? So, all right. So once you know who your audience is and you understand what they're looking for, you can design a plan to be wherever they're going to be. So if you're a landscaper and you've got a landscaping company, maybe try the Home and Garden Show. Or maybe try the Nextdoor app because that's where people are looking for recommendations on landscaping services from their neighbors. So you can have a post on the Nextdoor app and be right there where people are looking for that service. Do you sell maybe candles or soaps and you've been really successful at the local farmers market, but your business isn't growing and it's not cutting it anymore? Then I would recommend an online store. This is where you can connect your online store and do business also across marketplaces like maybe Etsy or even Amazon, or link it to your TikTok shop. There's many different combinations that will work. And the testing and the learning part is figuring out the right combination for your business, what you're offering, and what your audience needs. So here's another tip. Don't try to wear yourself out doing it all. Remember, testing and learning. If this thing over here isn't working, then move on to this thing over here, right? Create a connection point so that they know to find you over there, but don't jump in and say, I'm going to have a blog. I'm going to have an email marketing campaign. I'm going to be on every single social profile and I'm going to do all of these things. You'll exhaust yourself and you won't have time to work on your business. So test and learn, adapt, optimize. Okay, so we know that part of your online presence is social media, right? All right, but this is another one when I'm talking to my entrepreneur friends that feels like a really daunting task. They constantly ask me, do I need to be on every social platform? The answer is absolutely not. No one has time to be on every single platform. So know your audience and know what platform your audience is on. So, you know, if you do your homework with your target audience, you'll be able to align that audience with the appropriate social platforms, and then you can test and learn what works on that particular platform. So we recommend, and I'm going to show you how you can sit down once a week or once a month and plan out your entire social strategy. And then you can sit back, watch, observe, and learn how things are performing for you. That's the one thing that you're going to want to pay attention to. How are things that you put out into the world performing and driving what we like to call deep engagements? So not just a like. I didn't just like your post, but maybe I commented on it. Maybe I saved it to reference it for later, or maybe I found it so interesting I shared it on my social networks. That's huge. And those are the kinds of things that you want to take note of, because those are the things that are really performing well for you. The other thing is when you find those handful of posts that are working on your behalf, spend a little bit of money boosting them. And when I say a little bit of money, it's not hundreds of dollars. It's like $35 you can schedule, and you can boost that post to your audience, and that boosting will go a long way. And why did I pick $35? Well, let me tell you, we're a big company like GoDaddy. When we're testing our social media posts, sometimes we put $50 against a post. We learn a ton, and it reaches our audience, and it gets us the return that we're looking for. So if we can spend 50 and get success, 35 will go a long way for you. All right, I think this might be the last thing that I'm going to show you before we get into the tool. But another great strategy really is deploying an email marketing campaign. So many website tools, not even ours, but all the website tools out there really allow you to build a database of customers that are willing to do business with you. But you need to design an email strategy. No one wants to sign up for the initial 10% off coupon. And then over and over and over again, you're spamming my inbox, telling me to buy this thing, and you're not adding any other value. I will unsubscribe so fast after I use the 10% coupon. I will unsubscribe so fast if that is all you're doing. So design an email strategy that works for your audience, right? Like a great thing to think about is, are you having specials? Do you have recurring specials that you can communicate with your audience with? Or maybe there's a tips and tricks for, that educates your audience. Maybe it's I've sold them this product. How do I extend the life of that product? Here's some tips and tricks, right? Are there product enhancements that are being made? You can talk about that. Is there something specific to your business? So think maybe you're a cleaning service, right? And you want an ongoing communication with your audience, but it can't all just be schedule, buy. How about the 5 things that you should focus on during spring cleaning season, or 5 things you can declutter in 15 minutes, right? That adds value to your audience, gets them to connect, and ultimately gets them to come back and engage with your business over and over again. So just like with social media, it's not just about selling, it's about building a connection with your audience and having that audience continue to do business with you over time. Okay. So I think now's the time I'm going to transition from being a talking head and telling you all of these things. Hopefully you wrote down a few little nuggets of information on, who you want your business to be, what is the style of your brand, that kind of thing. Let's get into GoDaddy Airo. It's the tool that will literally help you get all of those inputs that you just kind of wrote down and decided on and put it in to work. All right. So pardon me while I just escape out of this. All right, everybody can see this. Did that work? And I'm logged in. Okay, so welcome to GoDaddy Airo. You can go from 0 to you did it in minutes. All right, that's my commercial. Okay. So, all right, does anybody have an idea for a business that they haven't named yet? Yeah.
So my mother, and I'm playing on that string with food and beverage, when it says your grandmother's, shepherd's pie or your, those keywords that pop out.
Yeah.
So my mother is from the Philippines and she can roll out 100 lumpia faster than a printer press, okay?
I love Cynthia.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take any calls, okay? So try me now.
I'm starting a
Call it Tita, she's, Tita, which is auntie. So Tita, yeah.
business
There you go.
in Las Vegas. And I would like to include auntie,
No, put Tita, T-I-T-A, which means auntie in.
T-I-T-A
Yes, thank you.
in the name. Let's see, let's try it, let's see what happens. Here it goes. All right, so here we go. Here's what it's kind of hard to see. Okay, I'm gonna take my glasses off. It's kind of hard to see for me too. All right, so we've got Lumpia Licious Vegas. I don't know about that. Lumpia Love Vegas. Lumpia Tita Vegas. Tita Craig Las Vegas. Tita Crunch Vegas.
We might put another word, she's not buying this for.
Yeah, no, okay, so let's try that again.
Yeah, that's not fine.
That's fine. Hold on. Okay.
No, they do, they do.
I'm starting in, oh,
Not describe her looks. You can, want me to describe what? She crazy, she Filipino, what is it describe? What we call?
yeah. Help me with the spelling, I always get it wrong.
P-H-I-L-L-I-N-E. No, I'm sorry, a Filipino, I'm sorry, F-I.
Yeah, that's what I thought, I was
Yeah.
like, PH.
That's the Philippines, but Filipino is with it. F-I-L-L, not go back, baby. F-I-L-L-P-I-N.
Thank you.
There.
God, I always spell it
But
wrong.
no, Philippines is P-H-I, yeah, they're funny.
Yeah, thank you. I'm like, no, that's not right either. Okay,
Asian too.
I'm starting a Filipino food restaurant.
Let's do a lumpia food truck. Filipino lumpia food truck. There, see, right on this. Okay, that's how we do it. Next season, we'll get you.
All right.
Everybody in this room, 200 lumpia.
Oh, this is better. Okay. Filipino flavors, Las Vegas. You like that one?
No, I don't go with that.
Better than flavorful lumpia? Flavorful lumpia? Okay, we'll go with the first one, Filipino flavors. That way she can sell more than lumpia.
There you go.
Okay, so we're gonna do this.
So perfect. Love
Yeah,
that.
that's done. I'm gonna continue to the card. We're gonna do, I'm just gonna do 1 year for now.
Wait, what year, what?
1 year of the domain.
Oh, domain, okay. So
Yeah.
Domain, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And we're gonna do, so we're buying this now. All right, completing the purchase.
Want me cash app or Zelle?
No, we can talk about this afterwards. I'm like, if this works out for you, we'll talk about this after.
Even better. I'll wait
Yeah.
25
Yeah. Woo! Right, so we just bought the domain name and we got domain protection. So domain protection is pretty important because you don't want somebody hacking into your business and
So does
Yeah.
this prevent them from taking the Filipino flavors? It's not a, this isn't a,
I just bought this domain just now.
no, but I mean, like, this is like the current LLC, not the current, idea thing that nobody can still, like, what is it called when you take something, copyright, right? That's what that means. Like, you-
It's not copyrighted.
Okay, but I mean, like, no one can steal,
Nobody can buy this domain.
buy it.
Yes, correct, because we just bought it. We just bought it just now.
Okay, so one-time purchase belongs to you.
Yeah,
No receipt.
okay.
So, 1 year, but that's
We're going to create immediately a coming soon website for you.
Wow.
I, like, it just did that, right? But we're kind of like, I don't know about the veggies, like, is the veggies?
Yes, it is, yes.
Oh, wait, there's more to.
No. Okay.
Let's have the samples and
But they'll generate different options for you.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah, so this right here will generate these options for you.
nice. I'm glad you continue.
Yeah, so you like this one, right? Okay. So, right, we can publish it. Just like that. It will only take a second. It will take as long as your Wi-Fi power will allow it to take. Okay. We just published it, so it'll take a few minutes to clear outer space and do all the things and get on the cloud and all that, so it's not like instant. But it should be like in a few minutes, if you check this domain, it should be live for you. Okay, so we did that, great, but what's next?
No, it's.
Let's look and see what else we got, right? Okay, Filipino flavors, Las Vegas. All right, so everything that you need is built by GoDaddy Airo on your behalf. Now, it's built, but it's not published because we want you to have the opportunity to edit and control what you put out into the world. So remember, you are always in control. What this does for you is it kind of removes that blank page. I know when I'm working on a big presentation and I'm just sitting in front of my computer and I'm just like, oh, where do I start? This does all that for you. So we've got a coming soon site. We already published that. Right here, we've got a full website. So if you want to put your menu on it, if you want to take orders on it, if you want to book reservations, right? Like your full website. Personalized email. So we recommend that you have a personalized email that's attached to your domain because nobody wants to do business with Amy J, 1986 at, hotmail.com, right? Like that's not very professional, but Amy at Filipino Flavors Las Vegas, that sounds pretty professional. I want to do business with that company. What else will it do? It will build you a logo. It will help you get payments. So what we offer at GoDaddy is a pay link. So your name, so pay at your domain, you can send a QR code or you can just send that and people can pay you instantly. I know. It'll build social posts for you. You can register your LLC for free. So there will be state and local filing fees that you'll have to pay. We don't control that. The folks that were up here earlier at 10:30, they control all that, but all the filing bit is free. It'll create that email marketing campaign that I talked about, right? Like when you build that database of customers that want to do business with you, it'll have email templates and then it'll do social media recommendations. So, all right, I don't have any social handles for Filipino Flavors Las Vegas. So what does GoDaddy Airo recommend? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, okay, LB flavor, Filipino Las Vegas, local flavors Las Vegas. So it will suggest, now, I do have to say, it doesn't clear these. You still have to go and log in to each of the handles and make sure that those are available. But these are the things that it will suggest that most closely align to the domain name and the business that you're running. Okay, let's go back.
Wow.
All right, let's build our logo. All right, so it will recommend 12 logos for you. So we've got this one, which looks like coffee. I'm not sure that's right. This one, it's got the Las Vegas sign, kind of cute. Let's see some more options. Oh, this one with a little knife and fork, little beverage, lots of Vegas. It's really picking up, the AI is really picking up on the Vegas. Okay, here's another one with a fork. I don't like the coffee cup because that's not related. And then this is kind of like your online menu. Did any of those spike your fancy?
None of my friends either, they send me.
No? All right, well then I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna use this one and then I'm gonna see, well, these aren't my favorite colors. I mentioned earlier, orange is my favorite color, so let's see.
So the flat, yeah, if you can change the colors maybe to make it more Filipino, like a blue, white, and red and yellow.
Okay, all right,
Oh,
so
that one right there.
this one here,
Easy.
good? You like that?
No.
Okay. Is it the background? You want to make it background this? And you want to make this maybe. Maybe we'll make that one yellow. That's kind of nice.
And maybe the bird's blue and you need some white.
You want some blue?
Yep, and you need a little bit of white.
Mm,
Maybe border or something.
no,
Border, right? A white border.
Yeah.
So,
Let's see, what do I do, border? I've not done that yet.
I love that challenge.
I know, right? She stumped me.
Maybe the Philippines and flavors here to reason why don't you
Make
share
that
that
white.
white and white?
Yeah, make that
Okay.
white.
Shadow.
Perfect.
Good job.
Excellent suggestion. Thank you for saving me.
That's very. But it is shadow.
That's, no. Oh,
Or beige.
well, it's pretty light on the shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
go.
go.
I love that.
There we
That's
go.
much better.
Okay, so we're gonna take that one just for the sake of time. We're gonna continue. Yay, your logo's set to use. Look at that. Continue to the dashboard. Now, this is the cool thing. Look, your logo is now on your email.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this. Look, your logo's on your website too. And look, this website is like fully generated, ready to go. Yeah, so I just had a friend in Seattle, she just rebuilt her whole, she's an esthetician, she just rebuilt her whole section, her whole website using this tool, yeah. And she was like, I hate to tell you this, but I just like used the mission and the vision copy that the AI generated for me because it was totally applicable to who I am as a person and the service that I offered, and I was like, girl, that's fantastic, see, like, just get on with it, right? All right, so to build your full website, this is where you're gonna hit, so you'll hit a paywall here. So we'll do basic. But I just wanna show you, like, you know, again, you can customize
We
things.
go from basic to the other two options. The difference is what?
The difference is, here, let's look. So basic is just basic marketing, you can accept payments on your site.
Mhm.
Premium is you can take online appointments, so like reservations, or you can like boost your marketing, so it's enhanced. And then commerce site is like, all right, I have a SKU, I have 50 SKUs that I wanna sell, and I need a commerce site to transact with my customers. So that's this commerce site. Yeah.
So basic for free, to like get all those free orders out, and then commerce, once we start having paid customers.
Yeah,
I gotta get the people in the room out. That's
yeah,
what first.
exactly,
Okay.
you wanna get people in the loop, so let's see. All right, so. Okay, just checking on time, thank you, because I wanna show you one other thing.
No, it'll only take her 10 minutes to get to the next.
Oh, okay. All right, so now here we are, oops. So here's where you can type your phone number in. So how do people visit your site and contact you? Your phone number and your email address. And then here's what AI. So here's the thing, you can take a tour and the system will walk you through step by step where you should go and what you should focus on, right? So we try to make it as easy as possible, right? Like the system will teach you how to do it, but we're not gonna take the tour because I'm just gonna flip around here and show you a few things. It populates with a headline and it's got your phone number on there. It's got like some copy in here. You'll see the logo that we created is here. You can adjust the size of that. You know, I don't know about this, like, all right, so we would update some of these images with more food related images. This is where, remember earlier I suggested that you invest in some professional photography. This is where you can upload all of your images into this tool and it will pull them right in.
You see, Golden Knights having a Lumpia station in the T-Mobile arena. I'm okay with that.
Right? I mean, like, we're expanding, like, yeah. So it will do all this and you can, this is where drop us a line. So remember that you want to build a database of customers that are willing to do business with you. This is, you want to make sure that you enable this, right? So this is how you build your database. And yeah, so like, and then you can connect all your socials, anything that you want to do. So it's all here.
Where do you place the order?
So we didn't buy that version of the site. Yeah, we just did a basic. So let's go back.
But that one, we will be able to purchase from there, like, let's use if you wanna put.
Yeah, SKUs that you want to put. Yes, that's your commerce site. Okay, I want to be conscientious of time. Come on, go back.
Keep going, phone it right now.
That thing.
And what is the price range?
Usually, again, it depends on the type, right? But like this one was, I think this one was what, like $8 a month. Yeah, so, kind of basic.
But how much the AI program, how much is that?
Come with it, go ahead, that's it, right?
Oh, just, GoDaddy.
You bought the thing, and it will do all of this for you. So,
Pay the monthly fees.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Once you buy it, though, right, once you buy it, you go into purchase the monthly for your website.
For your website specifically, so like, that's the thing that has the paywall against it, because that's a much more robust experience. But yeah, last thing I want to show you is the social posts, because I think how you build your social marketing calendar is one of those things that, again, I said it was pretty daunting.
Right.
And this is gonna be the thing that makes it really super easy for you. So again, you can take a tour and the thing will show you how it works, but we're not gonna do that because apparently I know how this all works. So, all right, so it's May. Everything in purple is what the tool is recommending that you do.
Wow.
So you'll see, and you don't have to take advantage of it, right? Like, remember that other slide, like, don't do too much, don't be on every single platform, figure out where your audience is, connect with them that way, right? So, you want to highlight a product feature, you want to tell an audience story. So you've got a really, really happy customer, let's highlight them and let them tell their story, right? You're doing a promotion, 20% off on everything on Sunday, right? It'll remind you, Cinco de Mayo, Mother's Day, like, National Rescue a Dog Day apparently is,
So
May
it's kind of
20th.
like in theme of what.
In theme, right? Like, so where you see brands engaging with, like, it's National Donut Day, or Dunkin' Donuts will post on there.
Tea and tulips type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So let's do a product feature. Let's see. Okay. So we'll select a theme. Okay. So we selected product features. So we're going to highlight a product. What's our tone? Are we casual? Are we more formal? Are we playful?
Sassy.
Oh, sassy.
Yeah.
Sassy is an option. How about upbeat?
Upbeat.
How about upbeat? Okay, and then we're gonna promote 2 for 1. Okay, and then we're gonna hit suggest. Get double the fun with our 2 for 1 special. Grab a friend and enjoy twice the local flavor goodness. Limited time offer, don't miss out. 2 for 1, double the fun. It just broke that. Right? Like, yeah. Or you're like, I don't know, this one doesn't really, but I don't know. Let's try it again. Let's see what it does. Okay, don't miss out on 2 for 1 deal. Bring a friend and enjoy double the fun. Hurry, time is limited. Right?
No, the first one's better.
So, so great. So then you can review the post. We're not connected to anything, but this is how it would look if we were connected to something. And here's where you would schedule it. So you can sit down on a Monday morning and decide, all right, or May 1st, right? Today's May 1st. I'm gonna sit down, it's May 1st, I'm gonna write and schedule all of my posts for the rest of the month. This is where you're like, okay, got that done, took me a half hour, 45 minutes, it's all done, written, scheduled, it's all in there, I can walk away. But remember, you wanna make sure that you're monitoring success. So that the ones that perform really well, you can boost and then drive more engagement to your audience. So we're gonna leave without posting. Maybe we'll try another one. So. Let's see. Oh,
So maybe the dog,
huh?
the dog,
The dog one?
yeah. He doesn't love the dog.
Let's see. I'm not sure how, lumpia and dogs go together, but we'll see what it does. Yeah. So here you go. You can choose an image and a caption. It's National Rescue Dog Day. Happy National Rescue Dog Day. Show your support for our furry friends today.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
I would think that it would like, it says local flavor, but it's a little kind of, that's kind of not particularly make it for that particular thing, but just kind of remind you for what kind of you want to.
Yeah.
Personalize and customize to that particular day.
Yeah, and you can adjust it, right? You don't have to accept, right? You're like, I don't know, I'm gonna be more playful with this. Let's see what it comes up with. Visit our store. So it's good. So it changed it to a call to action and it added a couple more emojis and, right?
So that one you will want to just kind of play in and make it more toward back to the website.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, all right. So I think that's what I will demo today. Unless anybody wants to see anything else.
So you personalized email a certain fee for.
So for the personalized email, that is through Microsoft and it is free for 30 days. You get a 30-day free trial and then there will be either a monthly or an annual fee after that.
And are the prices varying based on the name you choose?
No, it's based on the number of mailboxes you have and the amount of storage. So if your company has 20 people, you would need 20 mailboxes. So that's gonna be more expensive than somebody that say has 3.
I see.
Right, because it's based on the number of email inboxes and how much data storage.
Sure. And then does GoDaddy also inquire about used domains and going through the process of, I want to buy that URL? Basically like my name is the name, I want to use my full name, my website.
Yeah.
And it's not available. So I was wondering,
Oh, so yeah, so we can help you get your name if it is available for sale. So what we can do is actually, you probably want to talk to one of the, so I've got 2 colleagues that are at our table, Jason and Daryl. They are actually logged into the system and can do a lot more fancy things than I can. But like they can go in and maybe see about how much it would cost if it is available, and then we can connect you with what we call a domain broker. And they will reach out to the person that owns the domain and then negotiate on your behalf. So you would say, I'm willing to spend up to $1,500 to get my name so that I can own my name. And so they will negotiate that on your behalf first.
is there a fee for that initial inquiring process? Or?
I would go talk to the fellows out there and see what they can come up with for you, and they may have something, so I would check with the fellows out there.
So just to make sure, it's a question in the same direction. So basically the cost of the domain and the hosting is going to be separate from this. Is that right?
So you buy the domain, when you buy your domain. Right, I think I spent what, $24 on the domain that we bought just now, so you buy that and all of this right now comes with it, except for when we built the full site, that you had to pay for a subscription. Yeah, and then the email, you get a free trial on that for 30 days to see if you like it, if you want to continue using it. But right now, that's pretty much it. You get the coming soon site, it's connected to your domain.
Is hosting included? Hosting.
Correct.
Okay, good. Thank you.
And do you recommend purchasing the other domains as a protection?
Yes.
Like the .net, the .org,
Yes.
the.
You don't have to, right, because that can, that can cost more pretty quickly, depending on what you want. Some domains and exchanges are more expensive than others, right? Like a .shop is, fairly inexpensive to have, right? But a .ai, that's pretty expensive. So, but whenever I am sitting on the couch and I got an idea that maybe I'm gonna do this like thing. And I go and I buy, I first started looking at the domain, I buy it, I buy the .com, the .net, the .org, and it's like something that I'm gonna have like a chair with it, right, like, I'll buy the block. Sometimes if I'm really serious, I'll buy some spellings. But like, I don't do that very often, just that does get pretty crazy. And then immediately when you buy that domain, I go and I secure all the social. Whether or not I'm going to be on.
It just alleviates time for someone else to go in, like if you do it today, 6 months from now, somebody would have thought of 8 versions of it.
Yes.
So it'll just secure you in the beginning.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
It's like insurance without.
currently, from what I understand, it is not costing anything to secure your name in the social media platform. So all it does is take you a couple of minutes to go in there and secure it. And you can link it to the whatever. So yeah. So I have a few things like that I've done. I'm like, I get real feisty on a like Sunday night. Oh, it'll be great. So, anyway, yes.
So what if you already have a pre-existing website and you want to apply that to this?
We are working on right now a way for you to convert an existing website into this. It's not available currently, but we are working on it. So check back. with
Which
us.
way would you suggest the kind of seamlessly add them for now until it's available? How do you suggest that? Not to say, like, copy and paste, obviously, but
Yeah.
until it's available.
Yeah,
Should I start a new one here or just continue with that?
that's tough. If your website is really high performing right now, I'm gonna be honest, I would stick with it until you're ready to make some big updates. And we will never recommend you to like just like give us something that's predictable for you and just earn it. It's like we genuinely want you to succeed and we want to help you succeed. So like if what you got is working, like, and it's performing well for you, great. If it's not performing well for you and it's not giving you what you need in order to save time so that you can focus on other things, then I would spend the time transferring it over. You can transfer over,
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what you need. There's a different way for you to go in. You don't have to go in through this whole process. You can get that, what we call plus marketing. You can get that in a different way.
Okay.
Yeah.
You go there.
Through GoDaddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how you.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's what you want.
Yeah.
I have all of this.
Yeah, you just wanna like, all right, I want to schedule my.
That's, I have all of that. I just need.
Yes.
Post
So you're
it.
saying that I could build my own website and just be able to transfer to your platform.
You can build your own website on this platform. Yeah, that website example I showed you, like you working.
I apologize.
That's fine. I will take another question while I,
Okay, I have a question. So this is pretty much point and click, which is awesome.
yes.
But for those of us that are old school, so course in customer service, is it going to be email us? And that's it, or is there a reason to call?
Oh, no, yeah, so we are staffed with, what we call our GoDaddy guides. They are staffed 24/7, the 2 gentlemen out there, Daryl and Jason, they are GoDaddy guides, we are staffed 24/7. If you get stuck, my friend and I, that I was telling you about, she just built her site on GoDaddy Airo. She got stuck, and she's like, well, I already had it for me, and I'm like, website that I couldn't figure out how to get that done. She called our number. They walked her through it, they got it on, they didn't, it's like, even if you're not a consumer, you want to go in there, like, we just want to help.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Ms. Amy, for this, everyone doesn't get the audience participation, so it is about perception, which we were talking about earlier. how do you know what you are perceived as and how would you test that? Like say for instance, me, he gave me a cute little hashtag, right? But in my mind, maybe I'm a book reader, you know, but some perception can be different in the public.
Yeah.
So how do you know, or is there anything, just in your professional opinion, how would you do that?
Yeah.
To like know what it is to.
This is where I go back to, so this is, I'm gonna exit out of, I'm gonna see if I can minimize this. There we go. Let's see, what slide was that on?
I'm thinking like the first one, couple, yeah, because it just kind of stuck out for me. Because I was even nervous about it, but then everyone was like, oh, wow, you get what I'm saying, everyone doesn't have that participation to kind of get.
My airport reminder just came up, like. Let's see. Here we go. You want to learn as much about who your
There it is,
audience
okay.
as you possibly can, and then remember, this is where the
That's where the
testing,
perception comes.
the learning. So you want to establish who you are as a business, right? Like, I want to be considered classy, I want to be considered luxury, and I'm like, and I'm talking like high-end luxury versus like
Right.
common luxury, right? Like, you establish that, the colors, the fonts,
Right.
the words that you choose to use and how you describe your business, that all is part of establishing that.
Okay.
And then you marry that with the audience that you're trying to serve.
Okay.
And when you find out who your audience is and marry those two things
That
together.
would be the totality of the perception.
Yes, and then what you want to do is, this is where the testing, the learning and adapting comes in, right? Like, you will test multiple different things.
Yes.
Maybe, you know, I'm trying to think of a high fashion thing.
But even just
Well,
what
we
we got,
like in Seattle, like Patagonia is my high
but I'm
fashion.
thinking in this case, it will be the lumpia for the perception of the
Yeah.
mother thing and food and beverage.
Yeah.
It would see, like, some people like sour, some people like sweet, so to me, it's what I wanna be, but at the same time, you can't please everybody.
You cannot.
So you should just take it out as a perception, be what it is, let them control with the pros and cons.
Be what it is.
And be what it is, okay.
It's kind of language that you're using, like social media is a great place to like A/B tests, right? Like, I'm gonna use the same picture, I'm gonna use the same hashtag, I'm gonna write a sentence that's all about, you know, we've got the finest flavors, you know, in Las Vegas. All right, that's gonna be one line of copy versus, you know, we've got Rubia to soothe your soul, right? That's another one, right? Make sure that everything else is exactly the same, but both of those in, you know, into social with a little,
Right.
with a little bit of pay, that $30 or $25, whatever.
Right.
One of those
In
posts
place, yeah.
is going to perform a lot better than the other one, and that would be your answer.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, because I go into Walmart, I mean, the grocery store all the time, and I want an apple. I would literally look at the red one and the green one and see which one was less my pant and just buy the damn apple. Sleep back.
And that's where, like, if your brand is a value brand, then maybe that's something, you know, that you wanna, price is really important, so make sure your price is on it, right? And have it at a 99, because for some reason the 99 is in your mind. And then you're getting some kind of a deal, I don't know how it works, but. Yeah, anything, one more question here.
So you mentioned that you should be able to boost the ones that are doing well.
Yep.
Does GoDaddy promote and like advertise for you? Is that built into it? Like, are you going to put me on google.com? Are you going to put me where people are looking?
Yes, so
Like,
we
just
do,
TikTok, YouTube, whatever.
yeah, so we do, you will have to schedule it. But we do connect you to those platforms. So like.
But that's
Or if you talk to Jason, the fellow that you would want to talk to me over at the desk.
And within the program somewhere, I'd be like, I like this one, here's $20, throw it out.
Yeah.
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 Love it.
Yeah. Cool. Or you can ask for the whole room, yeah, people are to the.
No, you're gonna show me what I missed,
Yeah.
but maybe it's different.
Yeah, I was gonna show you I was gonna show you this website builder tool. So like, when you go in to the dashboard. Can you see that? let me make it bigger. But when you go into this dashboard, first at the beginning, we bought this domain. So we bought, here, let me just start over. No, you're fine. Yeah, there is a recording. Yeah, there's a recording. Yeah, if you'd rather watch the recording, but you are welcome. Yeah, you as well.
I know you need to get to the airport, so you need to go.
I will do, let's do this. What's your business? What's your business idea?
So mine is consulting, advisory.